His glory debut, another fighter full of confidence, has a Muay Thai background, feels that the transition he's made from Muay Thai to kickboxing is complete. He's found his form, and he looks for his 24th pro win tonight.
And he wants to be an active fighter, so he even moved to China. He's been living in China for the last 2.5 years just to get a lot of fights under his belt. He even has a fight against a former Glory veteran, Israel Adesanya.
Here's our tale of the tape for this second semi-final. Mark Timms and Dawid Blaszke. Blaszke, 6'1.5 inches tall. Timms 6'2". The reach, identical, 75 inches.
The fight experience goes to Mark Timms, but as we mentioned, the power and the knockout ratio to Dawid Blaszke.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this battle of welterweight scheduled for three-minute rounds. And introducing first, fighting out of the black corner. His career highlights include a 6-fight knockout streak. He's a 4-time Irish champion. His professional record, 17 wins with 4 losses. 11 of those 17 wins have come by way of knockout. At 6 feet, 1/2 inch tall, 1.84 meters. He weighed in at 169.1 pounds, 76.7 kilos. Fighting tonight out of Dublin, Ireland, here is Dawid Blaszke. His opponent standing on my left and fighting out of the white corner, trained in Muay Thai and boxing. His professional record, 23 wins, 9 losses, 2 bouts scored even, and 10 career knockouts. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, 1.88 meters, and he weighed in at 168.9 pounds, 76.6 kilos. Fighting tonight out of Birmingham, England, by way of Shenzhen, China, here is Mark the Hammer Timms. And your referee in charge of this bout, Tobias Gerald.
Gentlemen, you understand the rules you're fighting to, so respect my commands at all times, protect yourself at all times, fight good, fight clean, fight hard. Judge Glove as you like. Back to the corners.
Dawid Blaszke says, listen,
Judge.
I'm not here to win a decision.
Judge.
I'm going to pressure him. I'm going to break him. I want 7 knockouts in a row. Let's see how Mark Timms handles the Irish-Polish pressure.
Blaszke's coming over to the high guard defense, looking to counter.
Blaszke wearing the black gloves, Mark Timms in the white. The winner of this gets Jamie Bates later this year back in England.
Talking to some of the people in the UK kickboxing scene, they feel these guys here are actually the favorites in the tournament, saying they can give Jamie Bates a really tough fight.
A lot of fighters like Jamie Bates started fighting when they were 4 and 5 years old. As for Mark Timms, he didn't start training in Muay Thai until he was in university. Said he just went to the gym because he was a bit fat, fell in love with it, and now look at him, a world-class stand-up striker.
You'll see Timms really try to use that left kick. He's got a solid left kick as well as a good left hook to the body.
Good high kick there from Timms.
Yep, set up well with that left hook.
Nice job for Blaszke to keep those hands up.
Yeah, he keeps his hands really high with that high guard. So this is where Timms could take advantage of some good body kicking, some knees.
Looks like a very even matchup so far. Mark Timms known as the Hammer.
There's that left hook to the body Timms loves to throw.
You can hear constant coaching, especially out of the corner of Mark Timms. When you were fighting, did you like having that running dialogue coming at you?
Yeah, I liked it, but it wasn't as verbal. More one quick commands, and then my corner would let me adapt and then figure it out. But when I corner, I'm that same way. I'm very vocal. I like to get in my corner's ears. But every fighter's different. And every coach is different. But Tim's corner keeps telling him, just touch him. They just want him to stay active with his jab, keep moving his feet, and then mix in those good power combinations. Good body work.
Timms looks relaxed. He's handled the power of Blaszke so far.
Yep, Blaszke's landed some hard low kicks. Good way to shut down Tim's jab.
There is the hammer. Loves the left hook to the body. We saw a couple of them there in round one. Spent the last several years training over in the Far East in Australia and in China. Has a degree in journalism as well, so he can write all about this fight in the local newspaper when he's done.
Dawid Blaszke, pressure fighter. You see him really coming forward with that high guard, trying to counter in, uses hard low kicks. And what's very impressive, he's won his last 6 fights by knockout. So he's going to really look to try to finish this fight.
To add on to Mark Timms' journalism career, he said his first job out of college was writing for a bathroom supplies company. And here's his quote: "I sat there writing about bathrooms and thought, wow, my career is literally going down the toilet."
There you go. It's creative writing.
So he decided to become a professional fighter. All 5 judges giving round 1 to Mark Timms.
Yep, staying relaxed, mixing his levels and strikes really well. And especially versus the high guard of Blaszke. You'll see Timms really want to mix the head and the body.
Watch your head, guys.
If you're wondering about why Dawid Blaszke is such a strong, powerful striker, such a high KO ratio, he said when he started training at the age of 15 in Poland, they didn't mess around with weight classes. They throw him in there with big, full-grown men, and he had to stay with them. So he put on as much muscle as he could, hit him as hard as he could, and that's the way he still fights to this day at the age of 32.
Yeah, he just stands there, stays in the pocket, really looks to counter.
Nice right hand. More body work from Timms.
Good, Mark. That's it. Remember, Mark, not every shot has to be hard. Just keep it working. Nice one.
There's the body work. We can see there's 7 shots to the body from Timms. Only 1 from Blaszke.
And when Tim attacks the body, he shoe shines it. He goes left, right, left. And then he tries to mix up the levels with it. So he needs to keep that approach. On the inside, attack that body.
Straight right for Blaszke.
And I like what Tim's corner is saying. They're saying not everything has to be with power. Set up the shots. Touch the guard. Tim's deciding to use the left kick to the body instead of the left hook.
Saw Timms take a big, deep breath there. Takes a lot of energy to keep a guy like Blaszke off of you.
Yep, it's going to wear down, especially in that 3rd round. But we need to see Blaszke counter a little bit more. Start being a little busier.
Redness showing all over the body of Blaszke. You can see it on the right side, the left side, his head, his neck. Good leaping left.
Yeah, Timms is just so comfortable being able to mix, strike, you know, mixing his kicks. And just stay smooth with his boxing.
Another solid round of work for Mark Timms. GloryShop.com has all the latest in Glory merchandise and training gear at the click of a button. Now available, a wide assortment of Glory clothing, accessories, performance shirts, and more. Go to GloryShop.com.
You're not walking hard enough.
much respect without getting a point. This is the way, believe me, I'm telling you. I've been in the corner with the best. You're one of them. Come on, fucking walk. Everything in this round, everything in this round. Don't give him time to think, just pressure. This is 3 minutes of your life.
Okay, boys, let's go. Last round.
Let's go.
Let's go, coach.
Is that the advice you give your guy?
Yeah, he's got to keep pressuring, and he's got to be a little bit busier. He can't just sit there and wait. With that high guard, I mean, that's what Timms is doing, staying busy off the guard, so it's hard for Blaszke to get any offense off, but he's got to put the pressure on in this third round.
And judging by the scores, he's got to pretty much knock him out. Something he's been very good at. 6 straight knockout wins for Blaszke.
Yeah, this is what he needs to do. He needs to be first and keep pressuring. Don't just sit there waiting too long, because Timms is just building up the points off of the guard. He's got to come out, be first a little bit more.
Left hook there for Blaszke. And let's see if any fatigue sets in on Mark Timms, who looks to be in very phenomenal shape. Good body shot.
Yep, that's a good shot that he needed.
Can that change the complexion of this fight?
Yeah, he needed just one good shot to land, because Timms was getting too comfortable and too confident.
And Joe, when you're hurt to the body, like Timms appears to be, what's your strategy to keep him off your body?
Well, you either move your feet and try to recover, or you press forward. You know, good defense is a good offense, so when Timms is active, Blaszke's not really throwing too much. So attack or move.
So Blaszke could not capitalize on that vicious left hook to the body. Goes back downstairs again. And you can see Timms covering it up with the elbow.
Now let's see if Blaszke can land it again. He's got to get creative with it, not just throw it as a single. Maybe go left hook to the head, then follow hook to the body. Or put some combinations to set it up. One of my favorites is set it up with straight punches.
This is exactly what Blaszke didn't want. Some time for Timms to recover.
Fight!
Looked like a desperation hook from Blaszke.
Timms with a combo.
Blaszke is attacking with some hard combinations, so.
It's a slip. Half a minute to go now for Blaszke to get that elusive knockdown.
Yeah, he's just slipped off and now trying to throw his left hook.
Now Timms coming on strong. Oh, the left hook connects. Timms gave him the opening, but he handled the shot well. That could have been the KO punch. Mark Timms was great in the first 2 rounds, and in some respects even better in the third, because he faced adversity and pulled through it.
Yeah, he did well, stayed composed, stayed relaxed, but it was definitely a better round for Blaszke, but just waited too long to get that heavy power offense going.
He took Blaszke's best shots and stood in there, and that won in the fight. The official decision when we return to Birmingham, England. Now let's hear from the man that one of these 2 combatants will be facing later this year, Jamie Bates with Whitney Miller.
Jamie, you just solidified your spot in our tournament finals that'll be taking place later this year in the UK. Describe your emotions for me.
I'm absolutely over the moon. I had a tough fight against Tommy King, who can put people in danger, and he really shook the rust off us. He made us work, so I feel as though I'm back to where I need to be, and I'm only going to get better from here out. Whoever's put in front of us next is in trouble, and I want to be back in them ranking fights. If the reserve fighter wants that spot in the final, they can have it, because I want to be back there at the top looking for glory gold.
All right, well, congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the UK as we jump to our highlights from this second semifinal.
Yeah, it was really good, relaxed approach from Mark Timms, stayed long, where Blaszke really tried to use his high guard defense, try to close the distance and unload his power shots. But good work for Mark Timms, changing levels, really attacking the body with his punches and his kicks. But in that third round, Blaszke knew he needed to put some more offense and power together. Came out a little bit more aggressively, landed some good shots, especially some good power left hooks. But Mark Timms was able to stay composed and take it to a decision.
Here are our final strike statistics. As you can see, round 3, the best round for Blaszke, but it just was too little, too late, Joseph.
Yep, and when you look at our strikes by zone, you can really see how Mark Timms started attacking the body well, and that was because Dawid Blaszke really had that high guard defense, so good job at Mark Timms mixing levels.
Tim Hughes with our official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of kickboxing, we go to the judges' scorecard. Here are the totals now from our 5 ringside judges. 2 judges score the bout 29-28. Remaining 3 have it 30-27, a unanimous decision, all for your winner. Now advancing to the tournament final, Mark Timms.
Well, Joe, your initial thoughts on the future Mark Timms-Jamie Bates battle?
Well, I think it's a really good matchup. Both very calm, relaxed style fighters who can pressure and counter fight. So it's going to be interesting to see how both of those guys